Have you ever wondered what sexual tension actually feels like in our bodies? It's a question that may have crossed your mind, a curiosity lurking in the corners of your consciousness. It's a common experience, yet one that often remains unspoken, shrouded in mystery and misconceptions. Sexual tension, my friends, is more than just a concept or a phrase tossed around in romantic novels. It's a tangible, physical sensation that can be felt coursing through our bodies, a silent dialogue between two individuals that can be as palpable as a spoken conversation. Yet despite its prevalence, it's a sensation that many of us struggle to understand or articulate. Why, you ask? Well, consider this. Our bodies are incredibly complex, capable of a symphony of responses. From the rapid fluttering of our hearts to the subtle flush that paints our cheeks, every physical reaction is a note in the grand composition of our emotions. And understanding these reactions, these physical manifestations of our feelings, is crucial to understanding ourselves. You see, sexual tension is not just about attraction, it's a dance between desire and restraint, a delicate balance that can leave us feeling exhilarated, confused, or even a bit scared. It's a physical manifestation of an emotional connection, a silent testament to the power of human interaction. So what does it actually feel like? That, my friends, is a question as complex as the sensation itself. It's a cocktail of physical responses, a symphony of sensations that can leave us breathless and yearning for more. And yet, it's also a deeply personal experience, one that can vary from person to person, moment to moment. As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll explore the stages of sexual tension, from the initial stirrings to the peak and the aftermath. Along the way, we'll seek to demystify this complex sensation, to peel back the layers of mystery and misunderstanding that often surround it. Unraveling the physical sensations of sexual tension can lead us to a deeper understanding of our own bodies and emotions. So, are you ready to embark on this journey of discovery? Let's begin. Imagine you're sitting across from someone who stirs something within you. You're not exactly sure what it is, but there's an undeniable pull. It's the first stirrings of what we call sexual tension. In this moment, you might notice a few things happening in your body. Your heart, for instance, might start beating a little faster. It's like a drummer setting a more rapid tempo, matching the quickening pace of your thoughts. This isn't just your imagination. It's a physiological response, an increase in your heart rate driven by a surge of adrenaline. And then there's the skin. Have you ever noticed how your cheeks might get a tad warmer? Or perhaps your palms become slightly sweaty? That's your body sending blood rushing to the surface, a reaction known as vasodilation. This is why some people blush or feel a warm flush spreading across their bodies when they're attracted to someone. And let's not forget about our senses. It's as though they're suddenly amplified. The sound of the other person's voice might become more distinct, their scent more alluring, their touch electric. This heightened sensory awareness is our body's way of focusing our attention on the object of our interest. You see, our bodies are incredibly in tune with our emotions, and they have a unique way of communicating with us. These initial physical signs of sexual tension, the increased heart rate, the flushed skin, the heightened senses, they're not just random occurrences. They're orchestrated by a complex interplay of hormones and nervous system responses. It's as though our bodies are trying to tell us something. They're preparing us for a possible intimate encounter, priming us to be more receptive, more aware, more engaged. It's a dance of attraction, a silent conversation between two bodies drawn to each other. Remember, these responses are natural and normal. They're part of being human, part of our desire for connection. So the next time you feel that flutter in your chest or that warmth spreading across your skin, take a moment to appreciate the wonder of human attraction. These initial signs are our body's way of preparing us for a possible intimate encounter. As the tension builds, so does the intensity of our physical responses. This is the point in our narrative where the initial spark of attraction has grown into a roaring flame. A flame that's not just metaphorical but also physical, creating a warmth that is palpable. As the sexual tension escalates, you'll notice a distinct increase in your body temperature. A warmth that seems to radiate from within, turning your cheeks a shade pinker, making your palms a touch damper. This is your body's way of preparing for what might come next. Simultaneously, you might find a light sheen of perspiration gracing your skin. This is not the kind of sweat that comes from a strenuous workout or a hot summer day. Rather, it's a thin, almost imperceptible layer born out of the anticipation that's coursing through your veins. This anticipation, this excitement, is the product of your body's natural response to the escalating sexual tension. It's your body telling you that something significant is happening. It's your body urging you to lean into these feelings, to explore them further, to see where they might lead. And then there's the undeniable pull. This is perhaps the most palpable physical manifestation of strong sexual tension. It's a magnetic attraction, a gravitational force that seems to draw you towards the other person. It's a sensation that's hard to ignore, hard to resist. It's as if every fiber of your being is saying, go to them, get closer, discover more. This pull is not just physical but also emotional, psychological. It's a longing that goes beyond the mere physicality of attraction. It's a longing that speaks to our fundamental human need for connection, for intimacy, for shared experiences. So as the tension escalates, as the spark turns into a flame, as the warmth increases, as the perspiration appears, as the pull becomes undeniable, remember this. These are not random, isolated occurrences. These are not mere coincidences. These intensified sensations are our bodies responding to the increasing sexual tension. At the peak of sexual tension, our bodies are a symphony of sensations. The peak of sexual tension is an intense, palpable moment that can be as exhilarating as it is unnerving. It's like a crescendo in a piece of music, where all the different notes and melodies converge to create a powerful climactic moment. The physical feelings associated with this peak can be almost overwhelming. We may feel a heightened sense of awareness, as if our senses are on overdrive. Our skin might become hypersensitive, making even the lightest touch feel electrifying. Our heart rate may quicken, and we might find ourselves breathing more rapidly as our bodies prepare for potential intimacy. This heightened state of arousal can also affect our ability to think clearly. It's as if our rational mind takes a back seat, allowing our primal instincts to take over. We might find ourselves acting more impulsively, driven by the intense desire to connect with the object of our attraction. At the same time, this peak can also induce feelings of vulnerability. As we open ourselves up to another person, we expose not just our bodies, but also our emotions. This vulnerability can be a source of both anxiety and excitement, adding another layer of complexity to the experience of strong sexual tension. In many ways, the peak of sexual tension is a testament to the power of our physical bodies. It reminds us of our inherent capacity for desire, passion, and connection. It's a moment of surrender where we allow ourselves to be swept away by the intensity of our feelings. Yet, it's important to remember that this peak is just one part of the experience. Like a wave, sexual tension has a natural ebb and flow. It builds, peaks, and then gradually subsides, leaving behind a sense of satisfaction and a deeper connection with our partners. At its peak, sexual tension can be a powerful, all-consuming experience. But it's also a fleeting moment, a brief interlude in the ongoing dance of attraction and connection. And that's part of what makes it so captivating and unforgettable. When sexual tension is unresolved, it can leave a lingering sense of frustration. Imagine a rhythm, a dance of sorts, where the music suddenly stops and you're left swaying in the silence. That's what unresolved sexual tension feels like. It's a tune without a resolution, a story without an ending. It's a sense of restlessness, a longing for release that hangs heavy in the air. Think of it as a roller coaster ride that suddenly halts at the apex, leaving you suspended in midair. You're left with this heightened sense of anticipation, but no payoff. It's an itch that you can't scratch, an echo without a sound. It's a craving, a desire that's not satiated. And this feeling can be quite frustrating, leaving you in a state of what can only be described as emotional limbo. This restlessness, this longing for release, doesn't just vanish into thin air. No, it lingers. It's like a haunting melody that plays in the back of your mind, a tune you can't quite shake off. Over time, these feelings can either fade or deepen, depending on a myriad of factors. If the cause of this tension is no longer in your life, these feelings may slowly fade away, leaving behind just a faint trace of what once was. However, if the cause remains, these feelings can deepen, turning into a constant hum in your daily life, a persistent reminder of what remains unresolved. Understanding the depth and breadth of these feelings isn't just about satisfying curiosity. It's about gaining a deeper understanding of our own emotions, our own responses to desire and longing. It's about recognizing the power of sexual tension and how it can influence our interactions, our relationships, and our perceptions. Understanding our physical responses to sexual tension can help us navigate these complex and often confusing emotions. It's about making sense of the unspoken, of the feelings that often lie beneath the surface, unexplored and unexpressed. It's about giving voice to the silent symphony that plays within us, guiding us through the dance of desire and longing.